Live from the camper.
Yeah, wow. Poppy Lulu,
Right.
say hello.
Hello. We don't know if anyone's watching yet, do we? There you go.
No, zero.
Zero.
Oh,
So,
God. But we are on our way to the UK.
yes.
We set off about an hour ago, maybe.
Oh, 70 kilometres, yeah. We put a tank full of diesel in. And what are we doing now? There, that was 70 kilometres ago. So we're now en route towards Turin.
Yep, so we've decided that we're going to go via the Mont Blanc tunnel, which we don't normally do because it's expensive, but we just want a nice, stress-free, easy Christmas this year. Oh, there's two people.
Hello, two people that just joined us.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hi.
I think if you've just joined us, you can type us a message and say hello, and then we can type one back, or we just reply. So it would be great to say hello, whoever has just joined.
Oh, we've got a notification about our own live. As you can tell, we've not done this before.
Oh, we've got some more people joined now.
Yeah,
that's great.
5 people now.
Say hello, girls.
Hi. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. We're on our way to, well, the Mont Blanc tunnel. And so, we're just coming up to Torino. You never know, we might see a bit of snow as we go through there.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? We're hoping to get through the Mont Blanc tunnel and get into France tonight, aren't we? Maybe find air somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere quite a bit further on from where we are now, that's for sure. We set off a bit later than we wanted to.
I'm just going to hold this because I want to see if there's any messages, any chat.
Live chat, I don't know. Can we see them? Ah, there we go.
Oh, hello Tetsu and David.
David
and
Orr.
Alan. Thank you for messaging us.
Yeah, thanks for being on board with us, it's great. Poppy, are you there?
Yeah.
You see Poppy?
There's Poppy.
Our big sister.
So we've got the camper all decked up with our decorations, and we're feeling very Christmassy. We've been listening to Christmas carols and watching Christmas movies.
We've even got our Santa hat headrests.
Yes.
Someone else, Russell, what does he say?
Hello Cali Camper family, hope you have a great journey.
Thanks, Russell.
So yeah, it's not very nice weather out here today in Italy. It's very foggy.
It's a bit foggy, it's 10 degrees at the moment, but the roads, as you can imagine, on being Christmas Day, are quite, pretty clear, really. So, should have 12 kilometers an hour. Another thing to the Mont Blanc tunnel, I reckon we're going to make good progress. Probably up towards the in there then.
Right, is everyone still there? Sorry, we just had a bit of a
this is the first time we've ever gone live.
Technical issue. It's alright. Yeah, so thank you Richard for your message.
And
it's really lovely to
Richard,
see
if you're still online, can you tell us where you're watching us from? That'd be really interesting to know. Whereabouts? Is it in the UK or are you somewhere else?
That's a wave from
Away
Russell.
from Russell.
Girls, you want to wave?
Hello.
Izzy, you can read some of the messages as well as they come in.
Yeah.
That would be difficult.
It's looking very festive back there. Is the bell jingling in the ceiling that Poppy made?
Can you hear it?
Sometimes.
Sounds like Rudolph's on his way. That's snort, Holly.
Do you want to show what it's like back there, Is?
Sure.
Oh, there's another message there. It says, hello from Lincolnshire.
Oh, hello, Lincolnshire. That's cool.
From Bristol. Have a great trip.
Ah, who's that, Richard?
The kitchen.
So if you want to ask us anything about the Nugget or what we're up to, then feel free, just ask us. Keeping us company on our long drive, and we really appreciate this. It's Christmas Day, and we know it's nice for you to take the time and share with us today, so we really enjoy that. So anything you can write on there or join in with us.
Any questions. But plans are to get to France tonight and pitch up somewhere. We've got some pasta.
We've got some
very
pasta.
Simple pasta for tea. We did eat all our Christmas Day leftovers before we left
Yeah,
today.
we did.
But we have got a lot of chocolate.
We've got
in the
so
cupboard.
much chocolate.
So and we've got a tin of Quality Street still. So when we stop later on, we might have a cup of tea and some Quality Street. Hello, Stephen from Liverpool. Nice to hear from you. Thank you.
That's great. Thanks, Stephen.
Stand
Liverpool.
down.
So we've got the northwest of the country. That's
Yeah.
lovely. So Stephen, have you got a camper van? Have you got a Nugget or any other sort of camper, or what are you doing this Christmas?
Hello from Whitby. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's
Whitby?
Mandy.
Whitby. That's near Scarborough, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Mandy.
I
So
remember.
lovely to hear from everyone.
No, I think it's great, isn't it? Hi, Mandy. I know there's a really good fish and chip shop in Whitby. I think we've been there years ago when I was a kid.
You hungry, Holly?
Yes.
Is it snack time?
Yes.
Oh, is that because I've just mentioned fish and chips?
I'm
Hang on, I've got to get off.
dying.
Make sure I go the right way here.
There's the sat nav telling us where to go.
Yeah. So we're now heading towards the Aosta Valley,
Yeah.
Monte Bianco, so the Mont Blanc.
In 200 meters, keep left.
And
Quite excited to go through the Mont Blanc tunnel.
yeah, it is open. We had to check that it's open because they do have closures. And the last time I went through, I was disappointed, got virtually all the way there and they closed it. But anyway, it's open all day today apparently. So
Well, do they have people manning it?
yeah, it's people there all the time.
So they have to have people on duty on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Bryn Thomas is saying snack attack. Is it snack attack time, Holly?
Well,
Lovely, Mummy's
snack
got the
attack.
cookies. Yeah.
Do you want a cookie, Holly?
Christmas cookie time. We always keep a bag of cookies in the front of the van because there's always snack moments where one of the three will say, "I'm hungry."
Well, it's either that or one of the three of them wants to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Which is so great because this is one of the reasons why we decided to change our mind and come in the van, is because we can just be so comfortable. And sorry, I'm moving this around. I've got the iPad and it's so big. There we go. Are you taking a ferry or the Eurotunnel? We're just trying to book the Eurotunnel at the moment, Richard.
Hi Richard. I recognise your name because you've got a Nugget Plus, if I remember, and you've just come back from Disneyland.
Okay,
Is that right? I think I've got that right.
Okay, that's better.
But we are taking the Eurotunnel.
Yep, we're just booking the Eurotunnel because it's just so much easier. And last time we got a ferry, it was so rough.
Holly threw up in the play area, didn't she?
Threw up in the ferry on the ferry, and that's like traumatised us. So we prefer. He says correct.
Hi Richard. Yeah, you've got a very nice Nugget, I remember. That's great, which is about the same age as ours, I remember.
Has he got a Nugget Plus?
I think you've got a Nugget Plus. Because I remember you messaging me when we were going to get our Plus.
Well, the Plus is this Eurotunnel is so much more flexible.
Yeah, it is, because we're just looking now, weren't we, at what time, prices are, it doesn't really matter more or less what time you get there. A little bit dearer for the middle of the day, but it's not worth worrying about. So we're going to get on the channel tomorrow at about
1:30.
half past one.
So he says he's got the Nugget Plus pop top.
That's it, yeah. What colour is yours, Richard? I think it might be the same colour as this one, I can't remember.
There's some nice colours on the Nugget.
You can see the Santa
Yes,
there.
Santa. Because we struggled to choose, didn't we? Because we really like the orange and we really like silver.
Yeah.
Like the dark grey silver.
They do a dark red as well, like a wine red,
Yeah.
which looks quite nice.
Same colour as yours, he says. Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, good choice, obviously. Can we move Santa's head? He's
Oh, sorry. Santa's in the way. Santa.
I'll take him.
and then you look after Santa for a bit. So if anyone's watching, we've got 10 people watching at the moment, which is really nice. Have any of you got any plans for your campers or travel plans over Christmas? It'd be nice to know if anyone
Yeah.
else is doing something crazy like us.
Funnily enough, we hadn't planned to do this trip, obviously. We were going to fly, changed our minds.
Yesterday we changed our mind.
And it's because we're not used to having this van with the high roof and all the insulation. Because we've had the pop top in the past, we've been a bit afraid of using it in the winter time. Richard has got it in October 2021, 22,000 miles and counting.
Wow, that's good going.
What are we on now?
We're only on, well, we got this in
10,000.
February. We're on 11,000 kilometres, which is only about 9,000 miles, isn't it?
Oh, right, we've got some catching up to
We've
do
got some
then.
catching up, Richard. You're really putting the miles on. Yeah, that's great. I guess, are you using that? You must be using that as your everyday car as well.
How do you keep the messages? Stephen's just said he's eating stew and dumplings.
Who's that then?
Stephen, there it is. Eating a microwave by myself, beef stew and dumplings. Don't own the camper, but would like to buy one.
Well, that's great. That's from Stephen.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're just going through a tunnel now. There's quite a few tunnels on the way up to the Mont Blanc tunnel. So hopefully we'll stay connected.
Richard says he's only used it for holidays. No, only holidays.
Wow, you're really getting your money's worth out of your nugget. Well, we've got to do even more now, haven't we, now we've heard that?
Well, we're always planning, and we're a bit restricted with the kids and the holidays, so we're always kind of trying to work out the best things. And the main thing we talk about actually is doing some long trips with the van, because we went to Croatia this year,
Yeah.
and we had such a great time, but we were away for a month.
We haven't done the video for that yet,
No,
mainly because we just find it quite time consuming doing the videos. We do enjoy doing them, but we've had a lot to do this year with not only work and the kids at school, but we were also involved in a charity event in our local town, which took a lot of time, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
we're a bit behind on the
videos.
But Jordan's going to try and do one over the Christmas holidays.
Yeah, we've got
our trip to the Dolomites.
Dolomites.
In I don't know when that was.
In the summer, wasn't it?
July.
And then after that, we've got a long trip where I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, but it was Croatia, Bosnia, and Slovenia.
Yeah, that was an amazing trip.
It was fantastic. Yeah, so I've got to get on and keep editing because we enjoy seeing them as well, and it's nice to sort of hear what everyone thinks to them.
When we were on this trip to Croatia, we met some wonderful people who we've kept in touch with, and one family that we met, they had a caravan, and they were a family of 5 like us living in Bologna, and they inspired us today because they decided to set off on Christmas Day to go to Barcelona. So we thought, well, why don't we go on Christmas Day as well?
I think in our minds we just blocked out Christmas Day as a sort of the day that you don't travel. But because work changed for me, and it meant that I had Christmas Eve off, we did Christmas Day yesterday, and then we were doing that and thought, hang on, we could just leave tomorrow now. There's no reason why not. And we'll arrive the same time as our Ryanair flight would have got in on Boxing Day. So let's do it. And we love the excuse anyway. And plus our friends said that they were travelling Christmas Day to Barcelona, so we really thought, let's do it.
Yeah.
So what does Richard say?
Let me just get it back up again.
It's funny, these messages we get, they come up and then they disappear, so we can't see them.
Twice, Denmark 3 times at the moment.
Disneyland Paris twice you've done?
Screen cover and pop top wrap from Rainbow Screens keeps us toasty. Oh, cool. Yes, the screen, we had one of those pop top wrap, didn't we? And it did make a huge difference.
Yeah, on the California.
Yeah,
we
on
had
the
that.
pop top on the California we had that. And it does really make it toasty.
Yeah, Richard, how did you find camping did you use your camper van to camp at Disneyland?
We watched the Silver Nugget Adventures channel where they went to Disneyland, and that's quite inspired us to do a trip like that.
Silver Nugget Adventures, if you're watching, hello. One of our favourite channels.
Yeah, we love watching you.
Yeah.
And
it's a
we're
bit
really
wobbly,
inspired
isn't it?
to.
I wonder if you just leave it, put it there and just leave it, whether it will.
No, but then it cuts the chat messages.
There. Is that better?
Denmark as well.
Yeah.
That's something. Richard, maybe you could send us a message and give us any tips for Denmark, because that is a trip that we would like to do one summer, Scandinavia.
When we were in Croatia this year, we bumped into a lovely couple who may be watching now, actually, Frida and John, and they were at the side of the road in their camper van alongside the coast, and we pulled in to stay the night, and we ended up spending the evening chatting and having wine together and things. It was super nice. And then we said, well, why don't you call in and see us in Italy if you've got some time? And they did. They had a 6-month trip.
They were on an amazing trip where they just got this van. It was basically homemade, this van. It was amazing. And they were on a tour all the way down to Portugal, but taking their time.
But they were from Sweden.
But they're from Sweden. And we met them and we all just clicked, didn't we? Got on with each other. And then they ended up going to stay and park in our garden for a few days and visit us. And later on,
they stayed in the garden. So they stayed in the van, but obviously they were coming into the house as well. And then on the final night they were there, because they're Swedish, guess what they cooked us? Meatballs, wasn't it?
So yeah, we had genuine Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
Cooked by Frida.
It was superb.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So if you're watching, guys, thanks for that. It was really, really nice. They've actually been to Portugal and made it all the way back to Sweden. They got back just before Christmas.
Yeah, what a trip. They've had an amazing time. And really, really inspiring couple, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, it is. It's very inspiring. So they're only in their early 50s and doing this road trip. We'd love to do that sort of thing.
Be able to travel for that long, just in your van and just go, not knowing where you're going every day.
So our trip in the summer, which as we just mentioned, we're going to edit it together, and we've got a lot of footage from Croatia and then Bosnia. We were away 26 nights, and
that was our longest trip.
That's our longest ever trip.
And it was really, really great in the Nugget. I think we took like clothes, because it's the summer. We didn't need heavy clothes, but we just took like 5 days worth of kind of stuff, and then we could just wash it.
Yeah.
Do a little wash here and there. We ended up staying mostly in campsites in Croatia because of the there's a lot of issues around free camping there.
Yeah.
We did a few free nights.
Yeah.
The coastline is beautiful, but very, very, very busy.
Very nice. It was very, very nice.
August. But despite that, we actually got in everywhere we needed to get in, didn't we? We didn't have any trouble.
We never booked anything. We just travelled and basically winged it everywhere we went. And because of the Nugget, we felt a bit more liberated to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, and felt safer as well in the Nugget.
Yeah.
We actually had no issues really.
Girls,
Yeah.
you want to join in? What have you got any? Have you got any questions or anything? If we had any more messages coming?
Look at her.
Oh, Poppy's not feeling very well today, is she?
It's actually another good reason why we're in the van, because she's not feeling very well. So she's fast asleep now, bless her.
In 2 kilometres, turn right on the exit.
Oh, I've got another junction coming up for the San Bernardo and Aosta Valley. It's coming up soon.
So yeah, then we've got to plan our trip for next year. And Richard, we would love to go to Scandinavia, so I'd really love to get any tips from you about Denmark. And we might go and visit John and Frida in Sweden.
I guess you might know it's whether free camping's allowed in Denmark or not.
Yeah. I think it is. And then another idea we've had for another trip is Portugal ourselves, actually, to go from Italy all the way along the coast, and then across Spain to Portugal, and then back like through the inland way. But that's a really long trip.
Yeah,
so,
we thought about coming back over the Pyrenees, obviously, that way.
Yeah, it's a long trip, but we've got a month to do it, you know.
Yeah. My absolute dream, and I don't know whether we'd ever do this, but something I would love to do, it's got to be done in the summer, is drive all the way up through Scotland and get the ferry to Iceland and do the ring around Iceland.
Oh my gosh.
I'd love to do that, and to be a real adventure.
That would be an adventure.
Yeah, and you know, we'd love being in the van. We love travelling in it, and this is one of the reasons we've sort of forfeited our Ryanair tickets to actually spend time in the van because it's a good excuse to have a road trip, and we're really looking forward to sleeping in this tonight, aren't we?
I know, we're so excited about sleeping in the van tonight. There's something about sleeping in the van when it's cold and being so toasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we've not done a lot yet of sleeping in this van when it's been cold. We've done a lot of sleeping in it when it's hot. But we did one trip a few weeks ago. We went over to Garda. We had to go to look at some cladding in a cladding shop, and it's like all the way
for
next
our new
to,
house, yeah.
next to Garda. So we thought, oh, let's take the van and stay the night. And we found a park for night right next to Garda Lake, and we had such a nice night, didn't we?
It was just good. And actually,
well, it wasn't Gardaland that time.
No, it was near Gardaland, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So we found a really good camp for night there.
Yeah, really nice, right next to the lake. And Garda Lake is very different to Majori Lake. It's like being next to the sea.
Yeah.
So it was beautiful.
Richard, I don't know if you're still there. When are you, we've got some more messages coming in there.
Oh.
When are you planning to go down to Garda? And whether you've been before.
Let me just get the messages back up, see if we can see them.
So what else?
Here we go. There's a few. Big hello from Florida. Love your videos. Oh wow.
Wow, that's the furthest one away yet, I think, isn't it?
Merry Christmas from Aberdeenshire.
Florida. What time is it in Florida at the moment?
Richard says he's planning on going to Gardaland following your video for 2023.
Cool. Wow. Well, Gardaland is amazing. We had a lovely time there. We really.
He goes to Disneyland regularly. He's got an annual pass. He said he was there when Silver Nugget was there.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
So, Richard, have you met Silver Nugget Adventures? Did you go to their Nugget meet? And are you planning to go to their next one? I know it's just before Easter this year. Life is too short.
Hi, Ken and Carol, loving your Norway trip. We wildcapped 8 nights in Denmark on our way back from Norway, no problems.
Oh, brilliant.
That's good to know. Thank you.
That is good to know.
Merry Christmas to all, says Sue.
Now they've got the Nissan N200.
Cool. Gardaland will be either May, half term, or summer. Yeah, Gardaland was really great. We loved it there, didn't we?
Absolutely brilliant.
The screaming.
Yeah.
You can hear the screaming.
We parked in the park for night, which is right next door to Gardaland. The only thing about it was you had to walk it wasn't very far.
No, it was only a 10-minute walk in the car park that all the normal customers in normal cars go and use.
Life is too short to go to
on the way back from Gardaland, I think it was the last day of going to Gardaland, I'm not sure. But we were walking back and it started to rain so heavy.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
There was like kind of puddles in the road and we were walking by, and sometimes when cars drive into a puddle they make splash, and
you got wet.
Yeah.
We got really, really wet, didn't we, coming back?
Yeah.
By the time we got back to the camper, it was dry. It stopped raining and we was just soaked. So we had the back box on, thankfully, so we could put all our wet weather gear all in the trunk at the back, which we've got on again now.
Yes, the back box is on, ready for Christmas presents.
Christmas presents, Walker's cribs, Yorkshire tea bags.
Yeah, we're going to go and do a bit of an English shop.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that you just can't get in Italy, like Yorkshire tea bags, salt and vinegar crisps.
Yeah.
And a few other bits and bobs.
What else? We're going to get some of that.
I think the back.
Yeah.
As well on the way back.
Yeah. Heinz baked beans. So if life is too short, if you guys are still there, I'd be interested in. You're back from your Norway trip now, I guess.
Rolling with the Robsons. Good.
Sorry, we lost the contact there. I just wondered if rolling with the Robsons, you guys are going to do any winter camping with your caravanning this year.
Sorry, I'm trying to hold the iPad very badly. Sounds like some great trips happening by everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, back from Norway.
Oh, lovely.
It's too short.
Yeah, we're still catching up with your videos on that, and they're absolutely brilliant. Really, really inspiring us to go up to Scandinavia.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like quite a few people have been there, so it's a good place to go.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Temperature's starting to go down now. We're just coming up through the Aosta Valley. You can see the low cloud. So, I don't know, it's still 9 degrees, but I reckon usually this time of year, Mont Blanc tunnel, the entrance there, it might be a bit snowy. So we might get a bit of snow.
Bit of Christmas Day snow.
Yeah, be good.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah.
back from Norway. Anyone else who's on at the moment, if you could tell us where you're watching from, we'd be really interested. So we've had Liverpool, Whitby.
So we can recommend Denmark and Norway.
What did they say? I kind of missed it.
Thanks for watching. We can recommend Norway and Denmark, great for wild camping.
Brilliant. That's good to know.
Yeah, we'll definitely watch your videos on that.
Yeah. No, it's while we're exploring the island, the coastline of the Adriatic, it was just not our cup of tea really. It was just easy and so you're just being ripped off because you're a tourist.
It's very expensive. But then we went inland into Bosnia, and it was lovely there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but of course, I don't know if any of you have done a lot of camper vanning in really hot weather and how you cope with it. But there were a few days where we almost said, "Come on, let's just turn around and go back to the Alps, where we could have got some fresh air because it was just so hot, even by sea."
Quite a while ago, when we had our Blue California, we went camping to Elba, and
Just speak up a bit, Izzy. I'm not sure whether they can hear you.
quite a while ago, we had a Blue California, and we went camping to Elba. I think that was when our air conditioning broke, and it was probably the worst time for it to break, but luckily we were next to the sea, so we could swim.
We actually were so hot, we had to move, didn't we? We thought it'd be really nice right next to the sea, but there was no shade. So without shade, we were melting, weren't we?
Yeah. But that was before we had the backstab. Oh, Ken and Carol.
Oh, that's Life is Too Short.
Get it back up again. They only pop up. They're excellent viewing. They've done Iceland in the caravan as well, Richard says.
Ah.
Iceland.
You know what? That must be in your back catalogue. It must be in Life is Too Short's back catalogue.
We've got to get watching.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. That would be good. I don't know though if any of you done it with kids, and me and Joe would love to do it, but whether or not the kids are just going to get bored, that's my only sort of worry about that.
But I think if it's not cold and we can get outside.
Yeah, providing stuff to do outside. Yeah.
I think that'll be okay.
So maybe this year then we should do Sweden. We should just go for it. Do Scandinavia.
Yeah, let's do it. I think we were just saying it was so hot in Croatia that we'd be quite happy to do a cooler trip.
Yeah, taking some coats and putting on our walking boots and not worrying about being overheated.
And also it's so hot in Italy anyway, we usually try to escape the heat when we leave.
Yeah. So
that was in 2008 before YouTube, so no videos I'm afraid. Okay. Wow.
So how did Richard know that then? I don't know, you must be friends.
Well, it's nice to know that it's recommended though. We definitely like to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That would be a long trip though.
Well, it's no problem when you've got a nugget, is it?
Sometimes we've talked about, like with the kids being in the car for a long time, about an idea of like Jordan like just driving somewhere on his own.
Well, the one idea we had is I could drive,
flying back, and then we all fly in and tour then.
So I drive it, pre-position the van to somewhere like Copenhagen, and then the girls all fly in, and then we carry on from there to save them the long haul trip in the nugget up to Denmark. But there again, you're kind of enjoying the trip anyway, aren't we, going up? So
Life is Too Short. We just said it was easier when you could go from Scrabs Scrabstead in Scotland.
Ah,
Richard says, all our children, that's my concern for Iceland. We have 3 like you, all boys, which is apparently easier. Never met Ken and Carol. One day, you never know.
yeah.
Well, maybe we could get involved with the Silver Nuggets meetups or something like that one day.
I know, we'd love to do that. We'd love
Yeah.
to do that. We tried to get there last year, but obviously with us living in Italy, getting to Wales, we just couldn't do it. So if we could, we would. So I don't know. I know it's fully booked for this year, but we might try and pop in if we can, because we are thinking about driving again at Easter time back up to the UK.
Which is the Science Museum in Copenhagen is awesome.
The Science Museum in Copenhagen, so that would be a good place to start.
Yeah, and also in Denmark, I'd like to go to the Lego, the original Lego place.
Legoland.
Yeah, Legoland. That's the one. in Denmark.
This is great. I'm really enjoying this actually, aren't you? It's
Yeah.
nice, isn't it? Kids, are you okay? You're not too bored?
No,
Do you want to say hello to anybody, or does anyone want to ask the girls a question?
We've got Memphis Too Short on.
If anyone would like to ask the girls a question, that'd be lovely.
Izzy is becoming the new editor of the videos now, isn't she? She's very good at it.
I'm Jimmy Way.
Holly's our #1 fan and watches all our videos over and over again, don't you, Holly?
And Izzy actually edited that one we did, or did most of the editing, didn't you, on the one last night that we put out?
Yeah. So we're going to see some more editing by Izzy.
It's a bit weird this, because I feel like I'm on autopilot. I've got the cruise control on, and there's hardly anything on the road, and I'm just driving. Look out the window there. I don't know if you can how spectacular.
Can you see the mountain? There we go.
Looking very spectacular out there now. We're just about to go into another deep tunnel near Fort de Bard, which is on the motorway, the E25 up towards Mont Blanc.
Years ago.
Many years ago.
And it's like there's lots of castles up through this valley, so
Yes.
we're spotting them all.
Yeah, we are right in the middle of a tunnel. I'd be surprised if this signal keeps going.
Richard says, holidays, is it the journey or the destination? A bit of both for us, especially with the Nugget. Yeah, same for us as well. I mean, me and Jordan could sit
that
here
one there, that castle
all day
there.
long, couldn't we?
There's a castle up there, is there, Holly?
Yeah, Fort de Bard, just missed
Oh,
it.
no, we haven't got to Fort de Bard
Oh,
yet.
sorry, I'm
I don't
doing
think.
like a close-up of my face.
You know what, Richard? I think you're right there. The journey is just incredible with a van like this, and we look forward to being in the van as much as what we do when we arrive. So we often say we couldn't imagine doing half of what we do in an ordinary car. And places you go, you certainly wouldn't just book a hotel in the middle of somewhere where you never even thought of going before, and experience these places if you didn't have a camper van.
No.
Just the freedom of it is just fantastic. So there was who was
It's
that?
just so nice to be in the van and driving along. Honestly, me and Jordan can sit here for like days,
Oh, I just love it.
watching the world go by. I mean, looking out the window now,
Yeah.
and flip the camera,
Yeah,
you can see
no, it's
all the
fantastic.
different things you see. Richard says adaptive cruise control makes it more relaxing.
It certainly does. It's exactly what I've got now. I've got adaptive cruise set to 121 kilometers an hour.
He says sometimes use intelligent cruise control, but it occasionally picks up a random sign.
Yeah, I've given up with reading the signs, because in Italy, which is God's racetrack anyway, as soon as you hit a funny sort of roadwork sign, it will slow right down, and then suddenly it can create a problem. And so I tend to I've got that switched off, and I've got adaptive cruise on, so I'm not actually touching anything. But yeah, the signpost one is a little bit hit and miss for me. I don't get on with that too well. I've tried it, but it's mainly roadworks, which is a big issue, because sometimes it's so ridiculously slow, and none of the rest of the traffic's slowing down to that. So.
Life is Too Short says, what is the girl's favourite thing about the Nugget?
Oh, that's a great question. What about each of them?
What's the favourite thing about the Nugget?
The upstairs bed.
Why do you like the upstairs bed so much?
It's comfy.
And cosy.
And also there's windows, so when I wake up in the morning, morning, which is usually really early, I just people watch.
Yeah, it's a nice view out those windows, isn't it?
You like being nosy out of the window? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sometimes. One, I remember actually. I remember waking up, looking out the window, and then I made eye contact with someone.
How could you do that?
Someone, and they were already up next to
They were
us.
looking at the
Yeah.
van.
It was embarrassing.
Thing is, people can't see in our van at all. Holly, what's your favourite thing? Get your finger out your mouth on it.
The signal's starting to get a bit dodgy now. We're getting into the mountains.
I think Holly said the TV. The TV's her favourite thing. If you push this camera around, you'll see the TV mounted at the back here.
I'll take it
I'm just going to flip it around. It's easier to hold it. There it is.
What have you been watching on telly so far on this journey?
Matilda.
Matilda.
Yeah, I got Netflix on it too. I got my man redeeming where it comes as well. And 6 between.
Yeah.
And Poppy, is she asleep?
She's asleep.
Oh,
She's not feeling very well.
no. I think. What was Poppy's favourite thing, Dean? You think?
Oh, I don't know.
She likes sleeping upstairs because she sleeps right at the front in the bullnose upstairs, doesn't she? She tucks herself away right in the front up there, and she's got her own little space up there. She likes the table. She loves this table as well, doesn't she?
Yeah,
She plays on that for a long time.
saying, Richard's saying 123 kilometres per hour coming up from Paris last night.
Right, hang on. Right, I'm 122. Let's go 123 then. There we go. We'll match you on that, Richard. And what sort of economy? Because I think with this, the high top one isn't as good as what yours is on fuel. So on this journey so far, I'm getting 10.8 litres per 100. Now you're probably on miles per gallon, aren't you? You need to work that out. That's about 30 miles to the gallon, I think.
All these messages. There we go. Keep disappearing. Gaza says a great safe journey all. The overall toilet available anyway.
Signal better. Put it on the nugget.
There we go. I'm going to put this back here. My Golden Plus needs 8 litres per 100, says Lex.
Oh. 8 litres per 100. Yeah, I think if I'm doing more sort of town, if I drive a lot faster, then it's down to
Happy
something
travels,
like that.
guys. I've been a subscriber for ages. You've helped me. Oh, I can't read it if it disappears.
It's a bit annoying, this app. First time we've used it, so a message comes in and then it disappears virtually straight away.
Yeah.
If anyone knows how to keep it on the screen.
When we're searching for my van, Happy Christmas, that's Stevie.
Who's it from? Stephen?
Yeah, Stevie.
Thanks for watching us, Stevie. That's fantastic. And I'm glad we were some help as well, and we managed to help you make a decision. Did he say whether he bought a nugget in the end? Or a California? Or?
No, just a van. What did you buy? We're getting,
look, this is a castle there, look.
Yeah,
that is...
Just flip it around. There's the first castle on the Aosta Valley. Sorry, it's a bit wobbly because I'm using a iPad, which we usually use a phone. Gaza says, I have to say, love your van, guys. Really, I'm thinking of a nugget.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you very much.
And Stevie says he's got a Porter with full conversion to camper.
Nice. You can't beat a Transit. Well, there's lots of good vans out there, I know, but we love the Transit.
Yeah, we do.
And they do make good conversions because good vans to convert.
Oh, we're in a tunnel again. Pretty much 10.8 or 31 miles per gallon.
Oh, okay, that's what it works out. So that's not too bad, actually, is it, for us?
Never really check. 185 PS auto, about 450 miles per tank.
Yeah, that's the same as us then. Yeah. It'll be a good test on this one because we're not absolutely hooning it. sort of cruising.
Stevie's done a full conversion to camper.
That's cool. That's great. Did you do that yourself, Stevie?
Sorry, it's really tricky this because I've got to like click on it to see the messages. But we're going to have to go in a minute because I think we're going to lose the signal.
Yeah, we've probably got about another 5 minutes or so, and then we might have to go, which is a shame because we really enjoyed doing this. But you never know. We'll keep going until it gets unworkable.
It might be soon time to sneak into the back and make a little cup of tea.
Make a cup of tea.
Yeah. And get a little snack for the kids.
Yeah. How you doing, Izzy? You okay?
Yeah, I want my iPad.
Well, he wants an iPad. You can get your iPad.
Get your iPad out if you want it. Got some more messages.
Okay. There you go, you can get it. So
Yeah.
I think we'll say Merry Christmas to everybody now.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you ever so much for everyone who's joined us. It's been really nice. It's our first ever live feed. We might do another one later in our trip sometime over the next 2 weeks.
We're coming back on the 8th, on the 7th.
On the 6th and 7th.
6th or 7th. So we might do another one on the way home.
Yeah.
And have a chat with everybody who's around.
It's really nice. It's nice to sort of link with community really and have a chat.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed that.
And thanks so much for coming online on Christmas Day.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We really appreciate your company on our journey. And we'll might do another one.
Yeah, it's been really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
So have a wonderful Christmas, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Someone else is saying something there.
Merry Christmas, says Richard.
Merry Christmas.
You, Richard. Really lovely to chat with you today and learn about your van and your travels. Life is too short. Merry Christmas, safe journey.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Love
everybody.
It.
Right, girls, say bye-bye. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
So Merry Christmas. Thank you, everyone.
Have a lovely Christmas.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.